growing up thinking, hearing about slavery or being in the
Right.
South, I just never thought about the fact that
The indigenous Americans and Africans combined.
yes.
Yes. Well, you were in a perfect place to ask about that because here in Beaufort County, when you drove on to St. Helena, there are two islands that sit on the side of St. Helena, Dato Island and Palawana Island. Most people are not familiar with either one of those islands. I am because that is where my father's side of the family are from. Dato is named after Chief Dato, who was no doubt a Kusabo Indian. Okay, Palawana Island, which sits right next to it, was actually the first Indian reservation signed into law in the United States. I didn't find that out until I was a grown woman doing my own research for my own books on Ogeechee culture. And I decided I wanted to find out what did these names of where I live mean. I knew they were Native American names. Edisto, Paniwani, we call it Palawana, Dato, I knew that. Yamasee, but why, what do they mean? Where did these names come from?
Right.
I started going to Native American museums and libraries trying to find out. God had it, I went to New York and they opened the Native American Museum on right downtown, almost before you go to Staten Island Ferry.
Okay.
And I was like, what? I want to go there just to see what this place looks like. Well, I go to visit the exhibits and here's a library. Well, that's one of my drugs of choice, books.
Yes.
So I see books. It's like, hey, gotta go in there.
Right, right.
I go in there and they're like, yes, Papa, yay, right?
Right.
Forget the exhibit. I'm in the library.
That's right.
So now I find an entire section of Indian place names. And here I start finding the names of the very islands down here as part of the list.
Wow.
I asked, can I photocopy? They're like, yeah, it's whatever, 10, 25 cents or whatever it was at that time per copy. Not a problem. This is what I do. I'm always ready with that. Copy, 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 copy. This becomes material for my book.
Wow.
The very last book I look at.
And which book is this?
There's a fun, I can't even tell you.
The one you wrote.
Oh, the one that I wrote? Oh, this one is God Done Smile Upon We, the Beaufort Isles. And so when I end up looking at this last book on the shelf, it turns out Palawan is in there. I could have dropped the book on the floor because I've never found another book ever with that island name in it. So I'm like, are you kidding? Literally this much is on the page when I go in the back. You know,